This is the final procrastination video you'll ever watch. Because if you still procrastinate after watching this, then there's nothing anyone can do for you. Now, why will I be the one to solve your procrastination problem? Having to juggle a business, a full-time job, the gym, a relationship, procrastination is something I've been forced to eliminate from my life, and today I'm here to show you how. This video will be separated into 3 parts. First, I'll show you the 2 components that actually cause procrastination, and then in parts 2 and 3, we'll break down how to destroy it by attacking each one. Let's start by understanding procrastination. This is really important if we want to have a chance to beat it. Procrastination is caused by 2 main things. First of all, the pain associated with the task that you're avoiding. So obviously, if you believe that you will feel pain if you start working on a task, then you're going to procrastinate. And the more painful something is, the more you procrastinate. Think about those huge essays, those huge projects you had to complete in high school or college. There was a lot of pain associated with completing those. That's why you procrastinated. On the other hand, when something is easy, does not seem painful, you don't procrastinate. And this is the first component. The second thing that causes procrastination is when what you're doing in the moment to avoid the task is comfortable and enjoyable. For example, the other day I was hanging out with my girlfriend in the morning. Usually I wake up, I get to work pretty soon, but it was just, I was at my mom's house. It was a beautiful day out in the country, just beautiful weather. So we go out on the porch and we look at the beautiful sun and we're enjoying ourselves, and suddenly I find myself procrastinating. I think about this task that I should probably start working on. It's been 30 minutes, we've been hanging out there, and it's just like really hard to leave that moment. Why? Because it was so enjoyable and comfortable. It was pulling me in. That alone will increase procrastination. The desire to keep doing what you're currently doing and to continue procrastinating is obviously going to be a lot stronger if what you're doing is enjoyable and stimulating. And these are the 2 components that cause procrastination. One of them pushes you away from the task that you need to do, and the other one pulls you into your current state. It keeps you there. If we can deal with each one, then we will beat procrastination. First of all, how to eliminate the pain of doing the task, because this pain right now is pushing you away from doing it, and we need to reduce it. Guys, I've got a challenge for you. A 7-day focus and execution challenge, where every single day I will send you a challenge related to productivity and time management. I'm telling you, in those 7 days, you will learn more by actually implementing what I teach you than by watching 100 self-improvement videos. So take on the challenge, click the first link in the description and sign up. This pain comes from many different factors. The first one is the fear of failure. The fear of getting to work, trying really hard, and not doing good enough. That's gonna lead to pain, and it will make you procrastinate. Avoiding posting your first YouTube video because you're scared that it's not gonna get any views. Avoiding starting a business because you're scared that you won't have the necessary skills to make it happen. In order to reduce this fear, I'm gonna show you a mindset shift that hopefully is going to help. The real failure is not trying this thing, right? Doing your best and failing. That's not the real failure. The failure is not doing anything at all. Let me repeat. You not trying is the real failure. You are already failing. So why are you even scared of failing? You're already failing. So you might as well get up and try it anyway. The second thing that causes pain is the lack of clarity. So if you're not clear on what you actually need to do, then the work will seem more intimidating and painful. Think about this. If you know that you have to start a business, and that's it, you don't know anything else, and then for weeks you think about starting a business. I need to sit down and start this business. I just need to go to a coffee shop, bring my laptop, and get to work on this business. It is so unclear that the idea of starting will seem intimidating. There's going to be a lot of pain associated with it, because realistically, you know that you're going to sit there potentially for hours with no idea where to even start. That's painful. It's going to make you procrastinate. On the other hand, if you've already determined what type of business you're going to start, you already know what the first step is, for example, brainstorming, you already know what tool you're going to use, you already know where you're going to do it, you already know everything. You literally just have to sit down and start doing it. There's going to be less pain associated with it. And that's what you need to do. You need to increase clarity. And my best method to do that is to use a to-do list. A to-do list will bring clarity to every single day, because the night before you sit down, take out your to-do list and you write down, this is what I'm going to do tomorrow. And so now you wake up knowing exactly what you need to do. There is clarity. The final thing that causes pain is lack of energy. So maybe you have clarity, maybe you're not scared of failing, and the problem is as simple as you had a bad night's sleep. If you have a lack of energy, then then doing work will be harder and you'll associate more pain with the task. When are you most likely to procrastinate? In the morning when your energy is at its highest, or when you come back home from an 8-hour shift and you're exhausted. So in order to fix this, you obviously need to master the basics. So get your sleep right, exercise, nutrition, all that stuff. But also position your work sessions during periods where your energy is highest. So in the morning, before a meal, not after. This one change in how you structure your work sessions will reduce procrastination. Okay, so this fixes the problem of the pain associated with doing the task. Now we need to reduce the comfort and enjoyment of the current activity. Again, this comfort, it pulls you in and prevents you from moving towards the task. So the first step is to add friction. So think about what you most often do while procrastinating. What activity do you replace the task that you're supposed to do with? Ask yourself, how can I make it as difficult to actually start doing that activity? So if you use your laptop, use certain website blockers. If you game, then unplug your console every single time, put it away. If you scroll on your phone, then use Opal. It's an app I started using recently. Let me show you. So with Opal, I can choose certain tasks that are going to be blocked at certain times of the day. So right now, if I click on YouTube, boom, it's blocked. If I click on Instagram, boom, it's blocked. So I cannot access any social media at this time. Of course, I could just go ahead and delete the app and it would give me access, but I'm gonna feel a little stupid doing that. I'm gonna feel like kind of a junkie having to delete this app just to access the social media. So this adds friction, and that's what you need to do related to whatever activity is most problematic in your case. So the second thing you can do is to take a cold shower. So let me explain. Let's say you are scrolling on the couch, comfortable, kind of, I don't want to get to work. Just take a cold shower real quick. This will punch you awake, make you more alert, pull you out of your state of, comfort and kind of sleepiness and laziness. The next thing you can do is to do nothing. So ultimately, if the problem is that what you're currently doing is too fun and stimulating, then just stop doing it. I'm not telling you to just get to work. I'm telling you to put the phone down, let go of the controller, and just stare at the ceiling. Suddenly, the pull keeping you in your current state and away from the task that you're avoiding, it's going to get weaker and weaker. Your brain will think, this is boring, might as well get to work. Final thing you can do is to set commitments. So set commitments in advance. That way, if you procrastinate, you'll have to break these commitments, which will make the act of procrastinating a lot less fun. For example, set the commitment of getting this thing done before the end of the week. That way, if you procrastinate, you'll keep thinking about the fact that you need to get this thing done very soon and that you're losing time. It's going to make whatever you're currently doing less fun and comfortable. Commit to your friends or family. Tell them you're going to reach this goal before the end of the month. That way there's pressure, there's accountability. Procrastinating will mean you are breaking your commitment and you risk getting humiliated by not reaching the goal. Now, every single tip and steps that I shared with you related to both components of procrastination should be used simultaneously. First of all, you're not scared of failing anymore because you've accepted that the true failure is the failure of not trying. Then you use a to-do list to make sure every day you know exactly what you need to work on. There is clarity. You prioritize your sleep, you exercise, that way your energy is always high. Then if your phone is the problem, then you set a commitment to not going on your phone before 8 p.m. every single day. You use Opal on your phone, which adds friction. You block certain apps before 8 p.m. That way you don't even have access to them. And then when procrastination strikes, you go take a cold shower and then you lay on your bed and do nothing. You stare at the ceiling. Every single tool and tactic is used at the same time. That's going to destroy procrastination. If you're done procrastinating and you want to get to work, then I challenge you to the 7-day focus and execution challenge, where every single day I will send you a challenge related to productivity and time management, teaching you new principles, things that will help you along your journey. So click the first link in the description and take on the challenge. Share this with a friend whose procrastination problem is so bad that you don't even think this video could help him, but you might as well try. Subscribe to the channel. I'm trying to get to 10,000 by the end of the year. Help me add some red right now. There is not enough red, so go ahead and help me. Subscribe to the channel, like the video, and click on this video. YouTube thinks you'll like it. I do too. Go ahead. I'll see you there.